I couldn't help not reflecting on what we just happened a couple days ago and add it to this future of telecom discussion that we're having. So some interesting factoids. You know, about 1.5 million people were in DC for the inauguration. Amazing amount of effort went in by the phone companies to prepare for this, because the wireless networks aren't built to handle that number of people in that small an area. So Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, all of the phone companies were literally out there with trucks, with mobile antennas and mobile towers to handle the unprecedented number of people that will be there. In terms of mobile, just talking, different vendors said that they had anywhere from 5. T-Mobile said they had 10 times the normal traffic. So you can imagine what kind of havoc that wreaks from the network perspective. Texting, pictures, taking pictures and videos and uploading them, so bandwidth needs, not just for voice, but for data. And then, so let's take it to the next level. Actually, I don't even have the next level. So what I read today, that there was, I think, 38 million people that watched the inauguration on TV across all the different networks. But on top of that, a lot of people watched it on the web. And CNN says that they had 21 million people that watched live video stream of the inauguration. MSNBC said they had another 9 million. And then there were so many other websites that were streaming it as well. So you get the whole notion of how we are interacting and watching world events is changing dramatically. The other thing is, those that were online, especially those that were at CNN, they actually did a combination with Facebook to do a social network type interaction along with watching. So as people are watching a live video stream, you were able to interact with each other and post messages and text back and forth, either to the entire millions of people that were on Facebook or just within your set of friends. And so I think I have. Yeah. So I don't know how many of you actually use Facebook or have seen it in action. So maybe I should start with that. Okay, only a handful of you. All right. So let me step back and just make sure you guys know what Facebook is. So Facebook.com, it's a web page. You basically build a profile on it, and you can start linking with friends. So other friends or family members that also have a page on there, you can start linking with. And then essentially what happens, it started in the college environment, and then they've grown it, expanded it beyond. The intention is that it's a web page where you could essentially post your thoughts, right? You could say, hey, I woke up this morning with a headache, and you could enter that in and update that as your status for the moment. And everybody that's linked to your page will automatically get an update that says, yeah, Amit's got a headache this morning. Now that's a crazy example, but let's say what I put in this week is that, hey, I'm going to be in Watertown, New York, which is north of Syracuse, right? So anybody, that's any of my friends that might be coming to Watertown, New York this week, they could have said, hey, he's going to be there too, let me hook up with him. So those are examples, but essentially during the inauguration, people were just posting up, kind of what they were feeling or thinking about what they were seeing. And people were commenting back and forth. So it's a social network. It's a way to interact and give your thoughts out to whoever wants to listen. College kids literally will say, almost every hour will update what they're doing. Hey, I'm going to the bathroom now. Something like and BlackBerry, iPhones, all these new devices actually have Facebook widgets that make it easy for you to update your status wherever you are. And so it's not just a kid thing anymore. As soon as it hits BlackBerry, it's more mainstream in business environment. People like us are starting to use it. So that's kind of what Facebook is. Twitter, on the other hand, is more of a text messaging thing. So it's similar in concept, right? You want to post a message, you have a group of friends, it'll text message all of them simultaneously with essentially what you wanted to tell them. And so, the numbers were just dramatic. 80 tweets, 80 updates a second. You imagine when you multiply that out over the few hours of the inauguration, it's just amazing. And then Flickr is an online photo sharing site. They literally added 30,000 pictures during the inauguration ceremony. So from people, there on site taking pictures and posting them up to the web.